Welcome back in, guys, to Fierce XP. It's our Tower Dominion series. We're doing a fresh start. This is episode 19. We are 17 for 18 in terms of our runs so far. Still sticking at 94%. It's real solid. Thought I'd show you the codex real quick. We're up to 73%. Still got some heroes to unlock. Haven't seen every enemy. Actually, I think these are the endless mode ones that we'll see if we get them eventually. Lots of buildings we haven't seen yet, lots of pits, and of course frontier mode we haven't tackled yet. So still lots of mysteries to unlock. But we continue on. Made a big change in this video. We'll see how it goes. Love your feedback. I actually play on an ultra wide, 3440 by 1440, I think. Freaking love it. But up till now, I've scaled it down to 1080 just for ease in OBS, and I just thought it was probably safer. But now I popped it out to full screen, ultra wide, and hopefully the scaling and stuff works okay in the recording, and maybe it looks a little crisper for you guys. We'll see. But let's jump in. And man, I can't remember. I forget which one. I think we played we played with Vladask, I think, in the last one. So we're gonna go Iron Dragoons, and I think Laethisa. It's an interesting hero. That first feature is kind of random. I don't know how much you can plan around it. It's just something that occurs throughout the round. They jump around at different locations and buff buildings that they're adjacent to. But the main thing we're interested in is the recon production. That is nice as the Dragoons to have right out of the gate. So we'll see what we can do with that. Difficulty 4, and let's jump in. Okay, no multi-point connections. Interesting. I don't know. I've kind of enjoyed with these guys doing multi-battlefront, having more than one anyway. We'll see whether or not we do that. I have no plans or agenda of how this is going to go. We're just going to see. But let's jump right in. There, he spawned in. Laethisa. How powerful is this? Oh my goodness, 315 at 1,000 against shields. What does he target? Most HP closest to HQ. Wow, that's powerful. It's great. I think since we've got a lot of recon generation, why don't we get a scout hideout in the bank? And I think despite that recon generation, I think we're gonna get the extra production online anyway. I would hate to see that go to waste. Plus, this is a path to underground terrain. Nice. Why don't we take some blueprints here? Why don't we grab a barracks and a mortar like that? Curve works great. Let's just pop that out that way. Nice. Don't know if I'm seeing a great mortar spot. This may develop into one. That's pretty good. Same with this. Well, we've got a ways to go before we get there. We need one more point. Look at signal operator. We'll pop that right away. Nice. Little infantry doing their job. Laethisa's up here. Scope. Wow, look at that range too. This is actually really powerful. Okay, we could get some repair versus heavy guns. Not bad. Or a bunch of supply. I think let's grab some repair. We don't have any yet otherwise, so that all looks good. I think we still keep going. Nothing, we don't have any supply yet, so the opportunities are not there. You know, with a lot of recon production, that does give us the opportunity to shape our map. So it's making me think a little bit more and more that this could be a straight piece, and this could even come over, and maybe we could even keep them separate, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. We'll have to see. That's a lot of recon. Some grenadier production versus heavy guns. We don't have a claymore yet. I think let's grab all that recon. That's a pretty big payout there. Okay, there's a T. Could create a pit. Let's just re-roll, see if we can get a straight piece. There we go. And let's get that pushed out. Not sure what's going to happen there yet, but that's fine. We need straights back here and all that too. Actually, we probably should have done it here because then a corner piece would have been great. But we can still do a corner piece here potentially. It's a great spot up here for a barracks if we could had one platform, but that's okay. This is ready to go down. Also wish we had a platform. I think that's okay though. Let's get him down and learning. We could be placing a scout hideout, but I don't think we need to yet. We've got a lot of repair. I'd rather make sure we can reroll. Okay, there's a nice incentive for our rerolls. Not sure if we're going to get a pit or not. Let's do that. Feels better than when you reroll. Thinking about placements, we could get some close support on the HQ. That's maybe not a bad idea. And something you'll notice, it's unique to the Dragoons. I don't know exactly how all the terraforming and the tiles, that type of thing works, but I think they're the only one that gets elevated spots next to the HQ. You can get some prime 2 or 3 height spots versus certainly with Pargon, I feel like it's impossible. Maybe with the Lions, it's kind of in between, but it's an interesting difference between the teams. Okay, we get a threat reveal next wave. We can start planning a little bit better. We're up to 8 Grenadiers, by the way. We did get a Doctrine to help us there a little bit. And I think we better account for some anti-air. Durandal, of course, would be nice too. Okay, there's the reveal. No camo. I'm starting to think I am interested maybe in our comfort zone. This cross isn't the worst thing, and we could just do this, get it hooked around, eventually get this connected. I'm starting to think that might be the way. You know, we want to make sure that our win rate is intact. We don't want to take a step backward, do a run here where we don't secure a purple badge. So let's just play smart and we'll see what happens. You never know the way that a round will shape out. So we'll see. This is a great neutral building. Not sure that we need to place anything there right away. This, of course, is amazing, but there's a lot of good potential candidates that could go up there. Now that we did not opt to reroll, I'm thinking let's put a scout hideout down. Just gonna stick with, well, we don't even need to go the rest of the way yet. Let's keep a little bit of recon in the bank. And now I'm good to put a Mirador with underground, have him hitting a little bit. We'll give him a gun. The extra one here with logistic. So it's the Metacris and the Phagatrope. We need to have some anti-air solutions. Did we end up getting a Claymore? We didn't. This is not too bad, actually. Took a little hit to the upgrade, but we faced this with Vladesque in the last one, and I didn't exactly know how to plan around it. I didn't think that I liked it much, but what you need to do, I think, to take advantage is the tier 2 and 3 buildings. When you've got buildings that cost 1,500, 2,000 to put down, that's where you get the value, not in your Warwolves and sturdy bunkers and stuff. Then the upgrade cost sucks. So are we gonna, yeah, let's do that. I think it's interesting. Plus we can get the cost down if we get a little bit of, you know, it's the certain doctrines that decrease cost. But we're poor right now. We need some ways. I think there's like accelerated logistics is one of them. There's some really good doctrines that could send us on the right path with our economy. Simple stock. We don't even have a Warwolf. Got a couple Durandals already, and we have no platform, so let's do that. I actually want to put a sturdy bunker, I think, up here, but he's blocking it. How's a T? We could make a pit. Let's roll. I think a corner's okay. We could do a blank spot, you know, in this section there, but why don't we just lay a corner there? That's fine. So I'm gonna have to wait for him to move, and then I'll pop a platform, and I want to put an Imperial Barracks up there. I think so, right? Is that going to be good? Yeah, that's really good. Gotta be careful with platforms. Learned that in the last one. We still have 20% repair. We got our 4 battlefronts intact still. I guess that corner piece, and I'm kind of glad we did this. Doesn't matter either way, but we could have closed one of our battlefronts right there. That wouldn't have been bad, I guess, either. But okay, light mortar cost down, but we don't have any more of them. Let's get solid foundations. A little bit of supply. Here they come. We haven't prepared for them, to be honest. But the HQ is semi-capable, and so is the Imperial Barracks. But let's think about more versatility than that. I kind of would hate to put something along this backside because it's going to just become useless. What could we do? We could put another Imperial Barracks. It's pretty good. Is that a waste? It kind of feels like a waste. Maybe we should. I mean, it's pretty cheap, 240. Let's do that. At least we could say we did something. It's a good spot for the infantry to come out. We needed the help on that side. But we're holding up well. They're getting in deep, but we're okay. Oh, one last little guy there. Hulky Fortress. Versus we don't have any more platforms left. We have a Durandal. Let's grab that HP. Let's roll. No, thank you. That's fine. And let's close this off. Not worried about the consequence. We're at 15% repair now. That's quite all right. Got a good amount of supply here. What would we do? That's pretty good, but again, it's going to become a little bit more and more obsolete. I think maybe something like this is okay. I don't know of anything else that would potentially go there. Why don't we give him a little bit of firepower? That's fine. We got the Hulky Fortress, so that is a good plan to not worry about taking some hits. We can withstand quite a bit. And we can pop these close supports if we need a little more repair help. Okay, probably grab the blueprints. Let's just get some more in the bank there. Cheaper to place these things, by the way. A Durandal's a little bit easier, and this is a great candidate to get +2, and then you can also do long barrels, and then the 10% damage buff. That's not so bad. Maybe we'll think about that. But I think we've got plenty of strength right now on the top side. We're gonna be weak here, and we don't want to invest too much. The Miradors are chipping pretty good. Division Relay. There's a couple of higher tier buildings here. So which is more expensive? Thinking about our building costs and upgrade costs, the Division Relay is actually really cheap. Okay, I'm actually going to dig into the Codex here for a second because I want to know what the upgrades are. There's a chance of getting a bunch of relay antennas. So here it is here. If we use 1 tech, which we'd be willing to do, gain 4 relay antennas. We could also get more recon production. And just, well, yeah, I don't know. We may want to pulse on one of them. We don't necessarily need the recon production. Versus an Omega emitter, which does not have a spot yet that we would place it. We also get, of course, some nice supply here. Let's do the Division Relay. I hope that upgrade cost does not make it 2 tech. It might. we need to finish off this bottom side. Happy to see that. Let's give a little bit longer run for the Imperial Barracks to start shooting at things. Really nice neutral building there. And we just want to get something down. You know what? It's going to be a Mirador. A sturdy bunker is still a little bit too valuable, and that could actually get underground since it's on ground zero and benefit more. But I'm thinking more about the division relay, and this is potential. It would eliminate our Durandal plans, but could also do it on this side. This isn't too bad, and it would shore things up a little bit. We're gonna need some kind of guns over here, right? I think there's a lot more potential to lay stuff down here, not only with the neutral, but with that huge platform. I think that this is not a bad investment. Plus, it's not going to be hyper powerful. Yeah, it is too. Man, what do we do there? So the only way around it is, I don't know if we can decrease cost even on this. I don't know if it has the normal doctrines, but there is only one doctrine we could get that lowers the upgrade cost by 20% for that given round. It would make this one tech. I don't think it's worth it. We wanted this anyway. Let's just do it. And then I think we want the pulse, so we'll sit there for a little bit. And can we even get all these online? Probably not. It's okay. We're gonna need some platform help. I kind of knew that was coming, but let's wait. We're gonna get some platforms, gonna lay down some new tiles. It's no worries. We got a little more help on this backside. We finally have some guns on this side. It's definitely better. Ooh, ouch, ouchie. How much repair do we have? I don't know. I didn't see it there. Okay. What do we want here? Well, we might just need supply. We don't have a Warwolf, and I think, did we not get simple stock? Yeah, we did. Let's think about getting that. We still can't place our relay antennas. Let's get him online. And his, oh man, his tech is going to be 3. We have to get his efficiency. So that's a little bit of a lesson learned, just knowing that it's only 5%, but it triggers all of the tech to be rounded up. It's interesting, and they keep saying that. Everything's so interesting. You know, you guys are used to it by now. Man, those Metacris are deadly. Imperial Barracks is doing pretty good. Nice. Those infantry picked just the right lane. Pretty important selections here. We really need something to help bail us out. Discovery would help. Medium mortar is attractive. We could get it on the backside. Probably has great lane coverage. Doesn't really help against the enemy types we're facing. Do we have enough? We need like platforms, right? But let's get this. We're gonna roll, and we get paid a little bit. Straight's good. That's fine. Ooh, what's up here? Is that 2 or 3? That's 3. Okay, how big of a sacrifice is that? With one platform, you can get a super heavy pulse or something up top there. You can potentially do some different things, or do we just get all of our relays online? Because it's going to take us a while to get that many platforms to put all of these relays down. Oh, there's one here. I didn't even notice that. Which is fine. But what would we save these for? I don't expect this to be super high traffic. I mean, it could be a little bit. Ah, dang. Okay, maybe we just get that one down. Am I missing any other ones? What, how high is this? This is all 3, but it's too valuable. Okay, that's fine. We're up to 170. Let's get a pulse on this guy. I think we're fine right now. Wave 15, threat reveal coming soon. Would love to get the doctrine that gives us platforms on threat reveal. That would be nice too. We also should think about getting our range out on our HQ. That would help with the Metacris. Help with everything, really. But infantry HP zone command is definitely going to be it. We don't have a neutral building that decreases cost by 50%. That would have been really appealing. This actually benefits from elevation. Is this meaningful? Not really, eh? Up here? Well, it could go by this thing. Where would we put the Durandal? He could go on the other side still. Well, why don't we do this? Yeah? Okay. I think we just keep going for right now. We're being pretty non-committal, but we're waiting for some key things to come in play. So we need to watch for Warwolf cost to go down too, see if we can get the reasonable cybernetic on him. But we're doing just fine. How'd the zone command do? Let's see. He did about 1,000. That's fair enough. Sanction cannon. None of the rest of it is important enough. It's cheaper to put down. Let's see if we can close this off. Yeah, we keep making money at least. There you go. We had lots of recon. That's good. Is this 3? No. Bummer. Man, this is just calling to me. I guess worst case, we can just delete them, right? Okay. I think we need it. I think we need the income. Let's do that. Should have done it sooner, I suppose, but we are all good. How is this? It's amazing. Does it benefit? Yeah, it does, by having buildings next to it. But that's not in play anymore. Okay, what else are our options? Medium mortar. This has potential. Yeah, that's some really good lane coverage right there. Why don't we do that? And it actually data collects off of one of the antennas. Okay, I like that. Let's give it some range. Let's give it... Actually, no. We're going to wait. We got a threat reveal. Mucos, good selection. Floating Canid. We're kind of in trouble. Let's give him the gun holes and range finders. It's going to help a little bit. But this guy, we're so far off from Rec Ops. We may need to commit to this. I kind of didn't want to just resort to an Imperial Barracks. Still not a great spot right now. How about a Puma? We've taken up all the prime real estate. We have no platforms. I guess if we put the barracks up there, we could also fit a Puma. But oh boy, let's. If we get to underground train, that solves some things for us. Can take care of the Canids better. A little bit better supply production, just a little. Glad we got the shield break up here. Nice. Mega Axiom. We could do that, couldn't we? How many do we have? We got 2. We don't need them. Let's do that. Get a little refund here. Which one's more important? Okay, we'll sell him. Now we've got... Wait, is there another one? Oh yeah, here. Shoot. Oh, I want to make sure we have the option for close support. So we gotta swap this out with a bunker? That's a bump. Actually, no, we'll do a Durandal. So sell... We've made a lot of money right there. And he's gonna get a bunch of range. That's not the worst thing. He's got really good coverage of that bottom side. We keep this thing active. And now we've got much better range. And we've also got close to enough to get to the train. We need a friggin' platform. That's great. And how about probably a Claymore? We never ended up getting one. Oh, one last selection. We got 2 bastions. Let's grab a sturdy bunker. Can be good against the Canids. And then we're going to sit tight. We need a few more 100. We still have 2 waves until the new enemies. Feeling pretty good about where we're at. We'd like to get the Vencedors on him, but you know, can't do everything at once. Let's get underground train. And our HP just went to 13k. That range is fantastic now. Emitter versus military academy. Here's an emitter potential. That's pretty good right now. Do we get one already? No. Let's get one in the bank. Straight piece. We could do it out here. I kind of want a high piece next to here. Let's see what we get. No. No, we can keep rolling. Do we get high piece? No. All right, that'll work. It's actually a nice bit of elevation over here and a nice neutral building. Would this make sense? Yeah. Yeah, he can hit over to that main lane over on the side there. Why don't we do that? Get this thing active. We're up to 38 recon per turn. It's nice to be able to re-roll. Now the HQ is really coming alive. Still pretty heavy though. We need some type of shield break up here. We could do maybe a claymore or a bastion. Bastion up here. The platform potential. Okay, retribution position is what we've been waiting for in terms of that huge level 3 platform. Also, this platform gives us the opportunity to get a claymore right here in the prime spot. I think we got to get retribution. That's it's a valuable blueprint, and like I said, I think that this becomes just too valuable. Although I don't really like what it's aiming at. Like, we don't know where we're going exactly. So if we close this and then we've got a elbow this way, we would kind of have to plan that. We have lots of rerolls, so we can. I wonder, we loop all the way back around here. Maybe. Man, it feels dangerous to commit to that right now. We don't have the best solutions down here. We need some shield break. We never got rec ops on this guy. He's so close. Okay, we might, well, no, we got 13,000 HP. We should be fine. Let's get this. We can give him the Vencedor, because he's got a little bit of extra range and damage. So let's actually give him the weapons. We won't flirt around with Rec Ops 2. We always try to hold out for that. Nice. He's actually going to be, like, semi-effective now. What's the first weapon? Oh, +1 range and some extra damage. Yeah, this is what we're talking about. That's excellent for a couple reasons. Things we'll maybe do there. So let's roll. We really only want elbows. This is good. We could do it up here too. And why do we want to do that? The retribution position. But so be it. Let's do it. We know we're heading that route. I'm just trying to think of a claymore. Okay, mission control also, I was thinking we can get our supply to go nuts. Not that it's gonna matter too much. I think let's do this. It's gonna cost us 6 tech, but I think we're gonna do it. Yeah, that's fine. We need this to go nuts. We're willing to commit to it. And we can upgrade stuff so much so we don't even need to feed the tech into our other buildings. Okay, let's do it so that it hits for the next turn. We're up to almost 800, 60 recon per turn. It's pretty nice. And for that reason, Scout Hideout might be more attractive. Let's do that. Let's get the Retribution position down. This is the craziest range ever. So we could also go straight there, obviously. And it's kind of awkward, isn't it? I don't know if I love the coverage that much. Not until or unless we could fill out the rest of that. What are our other alternatives? It is an Imperial Barracks, which would go pretty hard. And it... Yeah? And then putting a Puma next to it? What would a Puma look like if we put it in behind? We would do that probably. And I think we would want like one straight piece. Well, no, this could be a corner. Although if we do a straight, we could do an Omega emitter straight down the middle. Okay, I like this. I think it's going to go pretty hard. And we haven't come up with a solution yet. It's such valuable real estate. What are we doing here? Let's give him the full treatment. Give him the Vencedors. Ooh, big Muco's coming straight in. Glad we have the HP. Another one. This Warwolf, maybe well, certainly easy access, but oof, we took a big hit there, and we don't have really any repair rate at the moment. Okay, an emitter is tempting. Obviously the supply is too, but I think let's grab some more blueprints. We're going to be able to lay more stuff down here coming up shortly. We can shape the way we want. This is going to be really important. Oh, is that? Oh my goodness. Are we going to get rid of it? That's a level 3. Okay. I think a Claymore, he got second place, but I think a Claymore is going to go even harder. We're going to call an audible here, and you, sir, are going to go up here. You're going to get a pulse. We need shield break. You're going to get dual barrage and ammo reserve because you have enough range. I think we get the emitter right away. We know this already is pretty good. He can have the damage, and that settles what we can do for that. Actually, let's give him the full upgrade. He'll start slowing guys. It's going to help too. I think this Claymore is going to go nuts. That was pretty good. They got a long way to go around that backside. Okay. We haven't had this yet. Well, structural network as well. So we lose 30% of our supply. How much is that? Like almost 300. But we get a cruiser cannon. Let's show it off. So 546, still very respectable. But that cruiser cannon is now pretty devastating. It's huge. Let's get a close support on here. I'd feel a little bit better. Let's go structural network now, of course. Hey, this is maybe good. Yeah. And I think we're going to just keep going straight. We've got the recon where we can shape it as well as we want. Okay, what else is going to hurt the Mucos? We need this. And waiting for Warden on that. Yeah. Lovely. Do we have more Werewolves? No. But Sanction Cannon. Now we're getting prime territory for Sanction. With Sanctified Shells. Get the extra range. Let's make sure we survive this first. And next wave is 25. So the HQ is by far in first place. It's because that orbital cannon. I want to check the stats on it, actually. Let's pause this for a second and check this out. Cruiser cannon. 776, and it can hit 10 targets. With an explosion size that is bigger than Sanction Cannon, Howitzer, pretty sure. It's like devastating, you know, something like that. If we can feed into the damage that the HQ does, that's just makes that go harder. We gotta grab an arc cannon, right? We don't want a curve. We want to keep going straight, although that breaks up our Omega emitter. Let's just keep trying. And we might have to settle for something like maybe we do this and allow for some entry points, but we just keep going straight. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. We want the emitter to just go forever. But it did this thing again. I think it'll fix itself, but okay, what do we want out here? Where do we work on our arc cannon go? This? It's not the best. Somewhere back here, it's not good. Okay, we'll just leave that for now. We talked about getting a Durandal here. Let's do that. It gets 2 range, plus 2 range, plus payload, plus Claydon. It'll be on target a lot. Can hit 6 targets. We had a lot of supply there to spend, so that was good. And we've only got 1 platform. We could get another Claymore right here. We probably should. And maybe we'll mix it up with the type of weapons on it. Like dual barrage, then frag launcher, Mukos. And I think he gets ammo reserve as well. It's got, well, we have a lot of recon. I don't know. Man, this is rough right here. Wave 25, kind of new. We do well to slow more enemies, and I think basically every one of them except the Vagatrope can be slowed. So Warwolf cost going down, that's important for the tech, or just getting a Warwolf. We don't have one. All buildings 5% damage per battlefront. That's nice too. Okay, we got to get a Warwolf. And we want to make sure that he's on target for that whole stretch. So I think we got to do this. Otherwise, anything along here, he's got a blind spot, which, okay, fair enough. Maybe that's not the worst, but I think I actually like this. And he's, well, dang, I don't know. He's going to get overcharged ammunitions. I think this is okay. He's going to get a range. This is all good, and we're going to save. We're going to hit up. We need some more slow. And we'll worry about getting more damage upstream when the time comes. But overcharged. Nice. The Canids get slowed, and then the Claymores just go off. Plus the orbital cannon gets more shots. Nice. I think, yeah, plasma fence. Because we're going to be able to, we got our building costs down, we're making a lot of money, we'll probably be able to place it. And we just got a scary reveal, that is the Lekos. We also kind of need a super heavy pulse, or I guess the ion cannon. Straight is good. That's going to be the end point. Maybe we keep going. There we go. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, detection. And we actually have a couple detection. So what can we put there? Wish we had a bunch of Durandals. But this one, I don't think this is going to be very good. This, kinda. I mean, it's not amazing. I mean, that's not bad. Plus it gets an extra range. It's going to help a little bit. But really we need the plasma fence, don't we? We've got 3 waves. And it's got to be right here. And then we got to kill everything so that it's only the Lekos getting busted by it. It's a tall order. we need this thing to go harder. I think we can suffer the hit. Can we? How much repair? Yeah, we repair 3,000 per turn, so let's do that. We need Durandal. We can slow more enemies with a scout tower. Let's get him... This is good. We want them to be slowed really in this kill zone here. Let's get them all the way up there. That's good. And then, you know what? It might be time to do a middle piece up here, because then we can do another Omega emitter backward the other way. We also, because of the Tourist, we've kind of have to get this ion cannon online. Might be the only thing that saves us. So this is not... Once we get the range on it, it'll be way out here. But otherwise, I don't know if I see an opportunity. I think we're out of platforms. Man, that doesn't feel that great. But unless I'm missing something, I don't really see a good opportunity. So let's do that. And we're going to want to get him upgraded. We're going to end the plasma fence. We keep forgetting. Maybe we'll try to do that here first. But the emitter, we don't have enough tech, unfortunately. But it's so prime all the way down that lane. Getting a little exposed now. We'll save up for the fence. I forgot about Sanction Cannon too. Let's get another one. Okay, this is good. All right, we've got potential here. So we're going to emitter it back. And by the way, emitters can hit detection units, so that can kind of save us potentially. We can afford to take the HP hit. So we want 100% damage here. We're basically out of supply. We could get a Durandal on that, but that's fine. Let's leave that for right now. The fence, couldn't afford it. Let's at least slow. What else would we do in the immediate? Mortars, well, we've only got one, can have detection. Bastions, I mean, a bastion up here with detection is not so bad. It's a little something. But let's just keep going. Let's, as we've said 5 rounds in a row, let's see if we can save up for a fence. Oh man, those beautiful lasers. It's still heavy. Not loving where we're at right now. Oh my goodness, this is what we set this up for. That's why we didn't commit. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get, we got huge HP bump. Let's go from 17k to, oh, only 18k. That's fine. And we got a super heavy, and we've got detection. That's why we held off on this thing, so that we could give the HP detection. Now we're gonna give it Durandals. The range kind of sucks there. What happened? Did we put down another... Oh, Battlefronts, because the underground train. But I think we have to do this. Let's make sure we're safe at the home base here. I know the fence, we didn't get it. It's fine. And then let's make sure this thing's got the range. You know what? We're going to be screwed on the tech every single which way. Because it's always more expensive. So why don't we just do it here instead of the 4? We'll actually maybe save up and get the fence. We didn't even repair all the way there. Oh no, I guess we did, but we take the hit at the start of the wave, which is okay. Okay, HQ can hit them, that's good. We've got a very powerful HQ, that's good. Nice, well, that went smooth. Oh, ammo. Oh no, we're out of tech. I guess let's get a platform. And we are 75 points away from the plasma fence. These, I feel like, are a little less critical. Let's just keep pushing, I guess. I mean, Sanction Cannon and Super Heavy might actually be more important than a fence. Like this, which we now want further up, by the way, not like back here, which we almost did originally. It's almost like that. Nah, but we don't want it that far. Okay, this is good. Now, we could even give it detection with this, but no, that's no good. So let's do this. Let's give them pinning. And let's wait. I like that. This load effect is really important. We've got this Warwolf with overcharged. Slow him down right by the claymores. And for the Omega emitters, keeps them in the train longer. And then as soon as they get a little too close, the HQ cleans them up. And I like that the HQ can stay focused. It's actually better that the main guns don't extend way out here, because then it gets... I'm sorry about that, guys. Got a phone call. But I don't even know how that last wave went. But I think we're okay for the most part. We got detection on the HQ. And in our selection here, why take first batch when we can get 500 here and a shot at another plasma fence? And we now have enough easily to get our first plasma fence in. Let's do it right at the mouth here, I think. The last possible moment. We want it to be on the main bottleneck. Not sure if we'll get things upgraded. We got the threat reveal. More and stronger tier 0 foes. That's interesting. Does not sound too threatening, but there could be a lot of air units. I'm thinking, why not do this? I'm not sure how much. We don't have an awful lot of air defense right now. We've got so much recon. Let's give them a little bit of range. And that's all we can do. We could get another Sanction Cannon down. And we've got one platform. He can get data collection. I'm not sure why we would hold off. Let's do that. Our fence is busted. It's okay. It'll go back up in a second. Nice. I think that went pretty well. Ooh, big tourist. Do we? Okay, super heavy pulse we might need to get in play. And we can put one right here. I think that'd be pretty good range to start getting them up here, but then keep us safe further back. Wow, air command. How about that for that strip? But the ammo depot would help the super heavy pulse. I think we really need the super heavy pulse. I think that's what's going to really secure things for us. And I just don't feel like these last tiles are too critical. I guess let's do this. Might give a little extra time on target for that super heavy. Okay, this is the spot that was standing out to me. Let's just kind of check it out before we... Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. Doesn't quite reach out here, but... I guess, actually, that's not that great, is it? We've got 2 platforms, so we could do something like that. Yeah, wow, this is not... Could be up on this big one here. Yeah, maybe that's best. Let's do that. Okay. He's gonna go up here. He can get on target pretty right away. He's got a small blind spot, but that's okay. And we're gonna give him the ammo depot. I don't think the location here is gonna be too critical. That's fine. Make sure he's got the solid frame. And let's give him the full upgrade. Did we get this guy fully upgraded? He doesn't have charging cells. I don't think either of them do. It's a little expensive. I wouldn't mind getting another fence down, and maybe we would do it right at the mouth here, because anything else, we've got a little bit more time. Not bad. Tourists are going down pretty nicely. Nice. One left way up there. Toast. Ooh, extra HP for the plasma fence. And if we get a second one down, that's appealing. Could also get a Slovak with some heavy guns. Where would a Slovak go? Right here? Or here? Yeah, that feels more important than the HP. Plus, this HP keeps going up. That is really good. I think we're okay with that. Versus this? Yeah, it's just not on target enough. So let's do that. We probably, yeah, okay, let's do shrapnel, and we want him to be on the highest HP. Plus gets a little extra damage there. That seemed good. What else can we do? He could have the shared energy, doesn't matter, and we're not going to be able to get the last one there for sure. He could have, you know what, we'll give him the quad barrel. It's certainly not going to hurt. Got 2 more left. And we might give, by the way, the heavy guns also help the orbital cannon. It's up to 45% increase now. We could, if we did another Mirador, it would decrease the range of the HQ since we've got Omega Axiom. I don't think we want to do that. I was thinking we could up its damage even more, but oh, that was clean. I think that was pretty good. Another super heavy pulse. Decimation position can hit up the camo guys. We would need some platform help. I don't think that's very doable. Why don't we... Do we have Durandals already? Yeah, we got one. Maybe another super heavy. I don't know if we're going to place it, but... Okay. It's fine. Ooh, there's a buff to shields. What if we did this? And actually, that's pretty amazing. And I think we'd even give him exposed elements and see what kind of hit we take here. Not too bad. And let's make sure he's got the full thing. That's pretty nice damage upstream. I like that. And let's go. Send it. Final wave. And what are we going to upgrade if we can? He got Warden, yeah. This guy, potentially, yeah. Let's give him the Vencedors. No harm there. He's already got the Claydon. This guy could get Delta. Start hitting some bigger... Oh my goodness. Oh, babe. We might be dead. No. Come on. Come on. Oh, man. Okay. Wow. Oh my goodness, that was close. Guys. Wow. I was not ready for that. Okay, gain 100 recon. That is awesome. Priority clearance. 800 supply. We were not ready for those tourists being right here. And I should have had some upgrades ready, potentially. Like put another plasma fence here. We didn't have that much supply anyway, but... Ooh, this was not necessarily the best build. We got a good lane for some artillery and stuff. We had really good damage, I think, down the center with those claymores. And let's, I mean, 15k, 15k. What did he do? 23k, 30k. And the orbital cannon, or whatever this thing is, the cruiser cannon, kind of stole the show. It did so amazing. And then both Omega emitters, 38,000 each. My dog Squeaky Toy, he's ready to play. Okay, so let's wrap this one up. I, as always, appreciate you guys joining in. And I guess next round we'll be back over to the Pargon probably. See if we can keep it going. Man, that was close. Nearly got our second loss there. We got to make sure that we're sharp. Not let down our guard, not rush through things. That's how you get a loss. But until the next time, take care.